Once a man told me, "You'll never know how strong your faith is until it's tested." Those words, which I read in a Lewis book, felt like a direct conversation with me. Through Lewis's teachings, I understood that my faith is the most essential foundation of my life. Without it, I wouldn't have overcome the obstacles I faced. Now, you might be wondering, why does God allow us to face so many adversities? The answer isn't simple, but I promise that by the end of this video, you'll see that it's possible to overcome any challenge. I hope you find the answers you seek here. Grief is a personal and unique process, and each of us has our own way of facing life's adversities. Now, I leave you with a question to ponder. Have you ever loved someone more than yourself? If you deeply love, you will suffer great pain. However, it's worth it. It's not a gift from God, but a gift of God. This powerful truth resonates in the depths of our souls, reminding us that every experience of love, even those that bring tears, is an integral part of the fabric of our lives. You may be wondering, why do we feel pain? The Bible offers us a comforting perspective, as written in Romans 5:3-5. We know that suffering produces perseverance, character, and character hope. And hope does not disappoint us because God's love has been poured out into our hearts through the Holy Spirit, who has been given to us. So all of us, at some point in our lives, will be called to face pain. It's crucial to understand that the deeper the love, the greater the pain that accompanies loss. However, every tear should purify us. Every moment of sadness shapes and strengthens us. We cannot stop the natural course of life, but we can choose to embrace each second with passion and gratitude, cherishing those we love while they are with us. Who among us truly knows how much time we have? All we know is that one day follows another, and each new dawn is a blank canvas, an opportunity to love more deeply, forgive more freely, and live more fully. So why not make the most of every moment with those who bring us joy? Loving and being loved is undoubtedly one of the most wonderful and transformative experiences in life. Love today, for tomorrow, as we well know, belongs only to God. I have no faith in what people call progress. I believe in God. I believe death is evil. I think sickness is harmful. I find life unfair, and I think all these things will get worse, and we should be happy if we can prevent them from getting as bad as they might. These words, though they may seem bleak, reflect a reality that we all face at some point. Dealing with grief is profoundly painful. It's never easy to lose someone we've loved intensely throughout our lives. I don't judge Lewis for his words, as he speaks from a place of deep pain, having lost his wife to cancer shortly after they married. Despite time passing and the feeling of loss diminishing, the void left behind is never completely filled. Memories come and go, weaving through the days, reminding us of those we love. However, it's important to recognize that even in the darkness of grief, there are glimpses of hope and possibilities for healing. As Ecclesiastes teaches us, to everything there is a season and a time for every purpose under heaven, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to pluck what is planted. In this process, we learn to cherish life more deeply and the moments we share with those we hold dear. The pain of grief challenges us to find meaning and continue our journey, embracing the memories and love that remain. May we find comfort in the memories of good times past and strength in the faith that sustains us. The only way to avoid being hurt is to keep a distance. The only way to avoid pain is to give up love. It would be a pity to give up love just to avoid pain. These words resonated deeply with me when I first read them, triggering a cascade of valuable and meaningful memories. My first love, my first life partner, my friends and loved ones who truly cared for me. These are the people I hold in my heart. Whenever I allow myself to reflect on the happy moments, it's with them that I see myself. If I had chosen to avoid pain, I would have lost not only these precious memories, but also the wonderful experiences that shaped my life. Surely many of you will understand what I'm sharing. We've all lost someone important, someone we wish we could carry with us for the rest of our lives. When I recall these moments, I feel a flood of emotions. Nothing can truly compensate for the losses, but they are insignificant compared to the joy I experienced alongside my father, mother, sisters, brothers, beloved wife, and friends. I acknowledge that not everyone has a positive relationship with their families, but I believe that unintentionally we all form bonds worth remembering. When C.S. Lewis lost his wife to cancer, he channeled his grief into writing A Grief Observed. In this book, he describes his journey through pain and despair after the loss of his beloved wife, revealing an intimate and profoundly human perspective on the nature of grief and the inevitability of pain. This work reminds us that although pain is an inescapable part of life, it carries with it the possibility of growth and emotional renewal. This quote from C.S. Lewis deeply impacted my life. The pain now is part of the happiness later. That's the deal. You can't have one without the other. I think you'd be entitled to have them back and to believe that you ought to keep something forever. But you can't. All you can do is love what you have while you have it. Love fully. Let it go fully when it is time. Let go. Cry. Learn from it. This perspective transformed my approach to grief, illuminating the idea that those we love may have already fulfilled their role on earth. Though the pain remains in our hearts, there is comfort in knowing that those we love are free from suffering and await us in a serene and peaceful place, where each other's presence is all we need. This view offers relief, a consolation that separation is only temporary, and that the connection we have transcends the barriers of earthly life. I invite you to share your experiences and feelings in the comments below. Free your emotions, allow yourself to reflect, and even find some peace in the words shared here. God did not promise us a life without problems, but enough strength to face them. God, in His infinite wisdom, believes so strongly in His creation that He gave us pain not only as a burden, but as a means to test our resilience and promote our spiritual and personal growth. The journey of life is marked by countless challenges, and it is the ability to stand tall day after day that defines the true strength of an individual. This resilience is not only a divine gift, but also a testament to the strength that emanates from within us. Of course, our faith in God is a pillar that sustains us, as it reminds us that on His path we will find salvation and purpose. Living a long life requires considerable spiritual and emotional fortitude. The struggle against depression and other mental challenges are examples of the complexity of this journey. But despite the obstacles and tests we face, I firmly believe in the inner strength of each of you, just as God believes. Stay strong, live passionately, and dedicate yourselves to what you love. The secret is to keep moving forward, despite everything, for each of us has a mission that we can only fulfill by being fully alive and active. As we continue our journey, each experience, whether of joy or pain, is a valuable lesson that shapes our character and strengthens our soul. With each step, we draw closer to that version of ourselves that God dreamed of when He created us. Therefore, even in the most challenging moments, remember that you are not alone, and each challenge is an opportunity to grow and reaffirm our faith. Pain is inevitable. Suffering is optional. Choose inner peace. I deeply believe in this statement, just as I believe in God. Inner peace is an extremely rewarding achievement, and there will come a time when you will feel unshakable. When we accept that many of life's circumstances are beyond our control, we can walk more tranquilly. Understanding this truth alleviates the mental burden that often weighs us down, allowing us to live more fully and satisfactorily. No one has control over all the actions of living beings, nor over natural phenomena or the diseases that afflict the world. Everything has a reason for being, and we should not despair over what is beyond our reach. The only thing that is under our control is how we take care of ourselves. Practicing good habits, such as physical exercise, reading, and cultivating positive friendships, are essential steps. It's never too late to start seeking your inner peace. However, achieving this peace does not mean forgetting past pains, but learning from them and moving forward. Each painful experience teaches us something valuable about ourselves and how we can continue to grow and evolve. Seeking inner peace is a continuous process that requires dedication and introspection. As you learn to accept and integrate your experiences, you strengthen yourself. This process not only transforms pain into wisdom, but also paves the way for a more serene and harmonious life. Remember, the path to inner peace begins with the acceptance that, while we cannot avoid pain, we can choose not to suffer. The love of God is a love that does not change, that does not depend on us. It is unconditional. Imagine you have a friend who is always by your side no matter what happens. Even when you make mistakes or questionable decisions, this friend never stops supporting you and hopes for your improvement every day. This love does not fluctuate with your actions. It is a constant and stable presence in your life. God's love is like that friend's, but on an infinitely greater scale. God loves us regardless of our deeds, not because he ignores them, but because his love transcends our faults and virtues. No matter if we are good or bad, God's love for us is constant and unchanging. This notion of unconditional love offers us a source of hope and comfort in the darkest moments. When it seems like everything and everyone is against you, when you feel most alone and vulnerable, that is when God's love reveals itself as most present and welcoming. But honestly, choosing to be a good person just makes everything better. God does his part by believing in us, but we also have the responsibility to make life easier for others. In God's eyes, we are all his beloved children without discrimination. If we embrace this idea of love and equality, we could make the world a better place, easier to live in and face its adversities. It has been an immense pleasure to share these reflections with you. Organizing these ideas and phrases that have helped me so much in my personal journey has brought me great satisfaction. I hope I have offered something that can help you too. Until the next video, and if you liked what you saw, share it with someone who needs this message.